Following the successful escape of Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield from the RPD, we're returning now to Jill Valentine, who will be roaming the streets of Raccoon City while being hunted by Nemesis, an upgraded version of the Tyrant prototype. From what I've heard, people say this remake is one of the worst in the series, but again, I've never played the original, so I can't really judge it. It carries over a lot of the good and the bad from RE3's remake, but I'll reassess how I feel about them once I play the originals. Our goal, as per usual, is to get all the achievements. Also, as per usual, this will take us multiple playthroughs, but the first one is the one I'll go into the most detail on, so that in future runs I can just hit the highlights. Our goal for the first run is to clear out all the collection-based achievements, such as collecting all documents, breaking all bobbleheads, and unlocking all locks, etc. As with RE2, all difficulty options are unlocked at the start, so I could jump into hardcore, but I prefer to learn what I do as I go, so we'll start with standard and see how we do. RE3 starts by going back to the original roots of the franchise by using live-action cutscenes. They manage to hire a man who actively looks like he's going to tattle on you to be the Umbrella representative, and we wake up as Jill Valentine in first person, who seems to be totally mentally sound. She's got a conspiracy board, open pills sprayed out everywhere, food left out on the counter, and yet she still looks totally fine and not absolutely wrecked. We get a phone call from our bestest pal, Brad, the guy who did nothing except fly in circles over the RE1 mansion for the entire time we were there. He says we got a GTFO, so let's... Well, this is kicking off pretty fast. Meet back up with Brad, who tells you Nemesis is hunting down the remaining members of STARS left in Raccoon City. Brad gets bit 20 seconds after his reintroduction, proving that he wouldn't have survived the mansion at all without being in his helicopter. Something you'll continue to notice as we progress through the city is that this game is less game and more action movie simulator. The amount of actual control I have over the character in this intro section is less than 50% of the runtime, and a lot of it is clicking a couple buttons before another cutscene happens. It provides for some cool visuals, but a lot less control. Right as we're about to beef it, we get saved by the newest hunk in town.
Hey! Fuckface!
Carlos. Carlos works for Umbrella, which puts a little damper on the relationship, but I'm sure he's definitely not evil and going to kill me. Pop the first bobblehead before continuing, and then meet up with Carlos' squad, which are two incredibly Russian men for some reason. Agree to help evacuate the civilians, and grab some documents nearby before heading upstairs and finding the first safe room of the game, which, from all the safe rooms we've been in so far, this feels the least safe, given the open shutter into Zombieland. There's a puzzle here that, of course, we'll have to solve for an achievement, and some random resources that we store. The zombies outside are currently locked behind this extremely secure barricade, and the walkway we need to go down is blocked with fire, so our first job is to find a fire hose. No! The incredibly secure barricade! Thank God this barrel of extremely explosive material is left out in the middle of this civilian city. Head up onto the roof, which has a ledge that we could 100% climb up to, but no, that would be too easy. I do have some good news, which is that the knife has returned to its indestructible nature. That means 3 shots to down and the knife to finish can save us lots of ammo. We enter a storage room that has a locked safe, and we encounter a zombie that makes absolutely no noise whatsoever, leading to a really unnecessarily creepy encounter. blast another bobblehead before continuing, and enter the nearby donut shop to find a fancy box. The fancy box has a red gemstone in it, which we can slot back into that puzzle in the train station. Shoot another bobblehead and head out, searching the nearby area. There's a mechanic in the game which is a dodge that, if timed perfectly, lets you evade getting grabbed. Unfortunately for me, in this run, I fucking suck at it. Some of these zombies have agility that I can barely comprehend, such as this zombie who is apparently mega durable and fast. We find the code to the safe we found in the pharmacy and open it up to get a red dot sight for our pistol. Pop into the railway station and lay out another guy before grabbing the fire hose and finding the shotgun behind a chain-locked door. In a locker here, we find a hand grenade, which will soon become very useful. Knife another bobblehead and skedaddle, activating our inner Squirtle to hose down this fire. How did we turn the water on without one of those huge ratchets the fire department uses? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Get a sweet pair of bolt cutters before hearing a noise behind this door that we will now ignore to run back and grab the shotgun. It only takes up one inventory slot, which seems insane that the thing strapped across my entire back is the same size as the pistol I can hold in one hand. Go through the chained up door, finding this guy who will actually feature prominently in the...
Oh, stars, this soft. No wonder so many of you dead.
Head out after rushing Asterium to find that whoever has been breeding Rottweilers continues to pump these suckers out into the world. Enter the power station, letting the local civilians know it's knife to meet them, then head into the actual power station. Grab a case containing a lockpick and immediately 180 out of here, returning downtown and opening up all the locks we've passed by the whole time. The path through the city is very narrow, but it makes hitting all the major points easy since there aren't a lot of places things could be hiding. Once we've successfully picked all those locks, including at the toy store to get another gemstone and bobblehead, and use the bolt cutters at the supermarket to get the final gemstone, return to the station and shove all those gems in, unlocking our first real achievement. Now it's time to put it in reverse, Terry, because we've got a power station to activate. Pick the lock on the door inside and meet our next returning cast member. Bugs. Only this time, they're mega gross. Anytime that happens, we have to eat a green herb to puke up all the spiders we just got fed. They will infinitely spawn out of the demon buttholes, so we'll have to do this quick.
Here we go.
With that bad boy powered up, head back towards the railway station where we got the fire hose too. Use the grenade I said would come in handy to drop Nemesis, who goes full Fortnite dropping a loot crate. It contains an extended mag for the pistol, which is very welcome, and we keep going. Route the subway to the correct station, except I fail to realize that the routes are on the board in front of me, so I use the ultimate logic that 1, 2, 3, 4 never fails. However, it fails.
Unable to establish route.
But it does show me that I got close, so do a teeny adjustment and we're back in business. Head back out, meeting our new worst enemy, Donut Heads. I don't know what they're actually called, but they're strong and very annoying to deal with, especially when they cover the donut, which is obviously the weak point. Nemesis is back, and he's turning everybody into donuts, so introduce him to the M61 fragmentation grenade and make it back to the subway station. We do what true heroes do and put our lives on the line for civilians.
Joe! No!
Come on, you creepy-ass stalker! You want stars? Ah! Ah!
Bomb Nemesis to get another loot crate, but this one just has 6 shotgun shells in it, which is barely worth it. Time to enter the sewers again. Resident Evil don't have a sewers section challenge? Impossible. Even worse is that we have the return of insta-kill enemies. These souped-up ugly fish want to chomp on us big style, and they will immediately and without hesitation kill us with no recourse. There are no defensive items in this game to stop you if you get grabbed. We find a grenade launcher with 2 flame rounds, which are luckily 1 shot, 1 kill on the fish mongos. We immediately burn that ammunition and grab the battery pack we need to open the doors in this area. Did you think that was all the fish down here though? Of course not. I do all that again, and once I run out of flame rounds, I store the grenade launcher only to find more flame rounds like 30 seconds later. Luckily, I think I've cleared out all the fish in this area. Now, this is crazy for me to say, but that was the whole sewer section. The RE2 sewer section was like a quarter of the entire runtime. This was like 2 hallways. Luckily for us, there's no way Nemesis could have tracked us down here. I guess Umbrella Hunger Games style airdrops him some loot while I was cooking up some sashimi, so sprint your way through probably one of the most flammable buildings in the area, which is absolutely covered in cloth and wood. Boss fight time. With our internal organs absolutely liquefied, head up and over a fire truck to reach a familiar place. Oh yeah, baby. We're back. I don't know if this happens in the originals, but it has me hitting the... We meet up with Kendo, who's actually nice to us this time, but he's staying with his sick daughter that we see the conclusion to in RE2. I'm sure part of the point of this is just to reuse assets to reduce development time, but I still think it's cool. Head through the area, emerging from a house only to see Nemesis bought the Infinite Ammo Rocket Launcher DLC, and he's spamming that shit 7 ways to Sunday. Give him the GI goodbye, and get out of there. Carlos says he has an idea to stop Nemesis, and his solution is a single claymore. It stuns him for like 3 seconds.
You okay?
Nemesis squad wipes the entire remaining civilian population of Raccoon City, and Nikolai locks us in, before the commander gives the best line of this game.
Get off my train, shitbird!
We now become Carlos, who has to explore the RPD and see the events that led to certain things being how they were when Leon gets here. We watch Marvin get munched on by Brad, leading to his injury that we see in RE2, and we give Brad the business before running his pockets. We're teamed up with Great Value Hannibal Burris, who tasks us with doing all the actual hard work while he sits on the computer, so head into the RPD for the second time. Just like old times. Here's something I don't understand. The game prompts you to do this button smash thing whenever you get grabbed, but even if you fill up the bar before you get bitten, you don't break out of the hold. You still get injured, so I don't understand the benefit of the button smash, especially with no defensive item option. Carlos starts with an assault rifle, which is pretty good, especially when burst fired, and we can use the safe code that we remember from RE2 to get additional storage in the West office. The hole in the shower room doesn't exist yet, so we have to find a battery to detonate it. On the 3rd floor, we find a key and a locker that we also remember the code for, which begs the question how Leon and Claire find the lockers still locked if Carlos opens them. Head back downstairs and find this guy waiting for you. Clear out the safe room, including this bobblehead, and blow the showers, then get absolutely swarmed with the undead. Here's a further example of the grab system. My health is at caution, which is basically level 2 of 3 of bad, so I should survive this grab. I click the A button as fast as I can, death. I don't know what the lesson I'm supposed to take away from that is. Reload and use the grenade we found earlier to clear out the last liquor and enter the STARS office to receive a message from Nathaniel Bard, who seems like a great guy.
So you can either sit there with your dick in your hand or send somebody who's capable of getting me the hell out of here.
Carlos gets a call from Jill about the train derailing, and we cut back to our favorite Arclay survivor. Head up and out, hearing the soothing sounds of Nemesis hunting for you. Luckily for Jill,
Bitch can't even swim.
I'm not 100% sure where Nemesis gets the extra mass from, but he's much bigger and much faster now, and he likes to munch on our belly. If we blast him, then a smaller baby Nemesis pops out and we can shoot that instead. Let's get to work.
Right, let's do this. Suck it!
Man, this dude is persistent. Control-Alt-Delete his arm, at which point he grows a new tentacle just to hit you with a very small thorn, infecting you with the T-virus. Somehow the bugs don't count as infecting us, but Nemesis does? Nikolai is here doing the classic evil guy pose despite the fact that the Rampage monster is right next to him, but I guess Nemesis doesn't care about non-STARS members so he can just hang out. We're now tasked as Carlos to get the vaccine to Jill, but the zombies in this hospital are on something different. The music in this hospital gives real big Nocturne Totem vibes. We have to get through a door with a voice match sound, so obviously we have to take the nearby tape recorder and find the audio tape of the doctor talking that is stored within this hospital. I get my ass kicked, and the zombie decides to take approximately 3 to 9 business days to actually kill me. I'm not sure how the knife seems to be getting worse as the game goes on, but I guess the knife them while they're down strategy has begun to wane in effectiveness. Maybe the hospital has super zombies. Just as a little test, let's play count the cuts it takes to kill one zombie isolated on this rooftop. $29. $30 if we count the punch as damage. That's definitely something. We do the logical thing in this situation and huck ourselves out the second story window, grabbing the key to the staff locker room and heading back up to see something I was hoping I'd never see again. Hunters. The last time we saw these jokers was back at the mansion, and they weren't fun to deal with then either. But this time, I'm ready for them. Unlock the door to the nurse's station, seeing two hunters in what I must imagine is their version of Chuck E. Cheese. Give them the old George Foreman before getting reintroduced to our favorite mechanic. Welcome back, Instant Death Jump. I haven't missed you. With the tape secured, unlock the safe up here and return to the voice lock door and head inside, finding a dead Nathaniel Bard. I think we're supposed to assume Nikolai shot him, but I don't think they ever tell you.
He's been shot.
Carlos activates the secret code bypass to gain access to the vaccine.
Fuck!
Grab the vaccine, which looks straight up like bottled radiation, and cure Jill of the virus, the first person to successfully be cured to my knowledge. I'm sure there's a spin-off Build-A-Bear collab that actually reveals there have been 300 other people cured before this, but I go with what I know. We now have to actually knock her and tote in this hospital lobby, but I want you to remember this section. It'll come up again later. Let's get to killing.
Oh, come on.
Find the breaker. It must be somewhere.
I'm on it.
With the room clear, we reawaken as Jill, but Carlos is gone. Tyrell is still here, and he tells us Carlos has gone underground to get the vaccine to give to the government in exchange for not glassing Raccoon City. Obviously, we now need to go underground into the secret lab section, as dictated in the contract for every Resident Evil game. Run back through the hospital first, unlocking every lock, and grabbing the Magnum to unlock a few more achievements. Then head down into Nest 2. That's right. It's actually called Nest 2. In the next area, we have to find 3 fuses to repower an elevator to get us about 10 feet off the ground, because nothing in this series ever works on the first try. Paleheads are back, unfortunately, and we get reintroduced to the Fido Club. Pop another bobblehead and progress through the area to grab the rest of the fuses. With those slotted in, we can now chase Nikolai. Luckily, Tyrell is here to be with us, making it the first time we can do a lab section with a partner. We activate Nemesis's weakness, doors that close downwards, and start to sweep through a significantly smaller lab section than RE2 had. We have to synthesize a vaccine, but Bard said he has 1 dose on the surface and a bunch underground, but it's not even mixed? That's like saying I have a bunch of cookies at my house, but I actually just have some flour and sugar. This room is Palehead Central, so give them the gift that keeps on giving, buckshot to the cranium. Grab an antigen sample from upstairs, breaking the final bobblehead, and grab the adjuvant sample downstairs, then head through the failed Tyrant tube dimension before heading back to... With those guys down, wander around trying to find a centrifuge to mix these 2 things together, before I realized it just wanted me to combine them in my inventory. Spin up the vaccine base, getting our classic nuclear fallout in a bottle, immediately getting grabbed by a Nemesis tentacle. How long can these things stretch? As we see in about 5 seconds, this dude is on a different story of the building down a different hallway. We shoot this tank, which doesn't have a flammable symbol on it, it has a biohazard symbol on it. This tank shouldn't explode, it should spew the bubonic plague everywhere. Have the most riveting gameplay sequence since pressing F to pay respects. And prepare to enter the final boss fight.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
Watch it, you've got company! He's hiding behind tank 7! Now! Rip that fucker apart!
Come out and play, shitbird!
Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
Oh no. Come on. Come on!
Jill, get back! Now get on! I'm gonna
With him down, head out to find Nikolai and don't just instant shoot him for some reason.
It's done.
Okay, time for the actual final boss.
Look, just so you know, this is the last fucking time. Damn, it needs power.
One power source remaining. All power sources activated. Powering
You think I don't know how to fuck you up? Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
With him defeated, head up and play a straight up ripoff of Modern Warfare 2's ending, except we could definitely dome him without hitting Carlos. Jill does the dumbest thing she could do, and doesn't watch the death of a character, meaning they are 100% alive, and we watch Raccoon City get absolutely obliterated. Jill does a big speech about how she's going to end Umbrella, and then is never a main character of a game ever again. For completing the first playthrough, we get all these achievements, and we unlock something new that we haven't seen before. The shop. The shop allows us to exchange points earned through completing challenges for tangible gameplay rewards, like, as you can see all the way down here at the bottom, the infinite rocket launcher. Now, completing the game on certain difficulties rewards you maybe 2,000 points, but for killing a certain number of zombies, 10,000 points, especially when killing with certain weapons. A person could, theoretically, just load up the save we did right before Carlos's huge fight section in the hospital and grind that section exclusively for about 3 hours and just unlock the infinite ammo rocket launcher. But I'm a man of integrity. I wouldn't stoop so low as to... With the infinite ammo rocket launcher unlocked, completing the rest of this game is a fucking joke. I know it ruins the difficulty of actually completing the mega hard challenges, but if they wanted me to do it without the rocket launcher, they should have made an achievement for it. We run through the game on hardcore, then nightmare, then Inferno difficulty. We have to make sure that we get an S rank on Inferno, and at some point beat the game in under 2 hours, without healing and without opening the item box. Normally, this is where I'd walk you through how I'd planned out doing these challenges in a way that made sense and shows that I've truly mastered the game. But I just busted out Big Boomer about 45 seconds into the start of the game and I was off to the races. I could beat the entire game in about an hour. The hardest part is the beginning of the run before you get to an item box, and that's when you start to realize how much of this game, especially the opening, is just cutscene after cutscene. Here, I'll play through some of the opening of the Inferno playthrough.
What the hell is that thing? Gotta get out of here. What the hell? No way.
Also on Inferno, Nemesis moves fast. Like, scary fast. He also dodges the rocket launcher if you shoot it directly at him, but unfortunately for him, you can't dodge the ground. The power station with all the bugs? Bombed. The sewers? Bombed. Nemesis clock tower fight? Bombed. Hospital? Bombed. The hardest part of this run, by far, is the final boss fight. I'm fairly certain this is a widely held opinion, but the final boss fight in this game sucks. On harder difficulties, he just speeds up the character model to a point where if you get hit, you will be instantly dead because he just spam attacks you while you're stunned. What that means is that this fight is the only real thing standing between me and my next 100%. Personally, I think it should let me rocket launcher Nikolai, but whatever. With S rank achieved on Inferno, the only thing left to do is beat the game without opening the item box, which is where the infinite rocket launcher is held. I play on the easiest difficulty, because why not? And it actually gives me a harder challenge because I start with an assault rifle. That may sound good, but as you know from the last RE video, that's taking up 2 slots that I need in order to keep my inventory clear for quest items. This run entirely hinges on picking up the correct weapons at the correct time, and finding as many inventory upgrades as you can to progress. With that run done, we have officially completed the shortest of probably all the Resident Evil games. This one was light and breezy, which is good because from the little I know about 4, they ramped it up big time for that one. Thank you for watching. I'm planning on doing the original trilogy as well as RE4 next, so stick around for more Resident Evil, as well as the next video in the Arkham series, which I am also hard at work on. Shout out to my patrons, Dixby, Alex, Jude, and Matt for making videos like this possible. I really appreciate your support. I'll see you in the next one.